So if they bomb that much and they didn't instruct people to go to safe zones, things like that.
They instruct people to go to safe zones, then they bomb the safe zone.
If 80% of the infrastructure's gone, you would expect at least, say, half of the population to be gone. It's actually not.
Not necessarily.
I think there's still 2 million in Gaza, no? I find it so hard to believe that. Why would Israel fund the terrorist regime that's bombing them?
Stop at the question mark. Because he wanted to destabilise the Arafat dream of a secular, safe...
But he doesn't fund them now, though, does he? Because the Iranian government, the RGC, fund the Houthis, fund Hezbollah, Hamas.
Oh, well, hold on, you're fast-forwarding a bit after the genocide.
Do you support Hamas?
Hold on, one question at a time, please. Question one. Yeah, she's so happy.
I hear this argument everywhere.
Oh, go on.
Hitler killed 100 million people. How many people has Trump killed?
Well, he's only an amateur. Let's see.
He's an amateur killing people.
If you look up Biden's speeches...
Who's Biden? Biden?
Biden.
He was a useless old twat.
Exactly. The Shah was such an absolute murderous shit. There's a nice natural tension between that. We have nice normal elections. Things such as... a pro-Israel politician for a year.
Oh, really?
Yep. He used to be a lovely guy, somebody I'd be proud to call a friend.
Yeah.
He was a philosophy graduate, poor as a church mouse. Then, now, post-eviction, right? Absolutely broke, left with nothing, yeah? And my gig was to build a Mysterio. Firstly, I got done, didn't pay, but I saw how far down the rabbit hole he'd gone, right? One mention now, the guy used to be totally pro-restitution, peace, justice. Now, one mention of Corbyn or Israel, he bangs the table and he says, what, you think all use the consent? Gone that far down the rabbit hole. Now, this is a philosophy professor who knows what ad hominem is, he knows what, a self-contradiction is.
Yeah.
Somebody who, the crime is absolutely with intent.
Yeah.
And this is somebody I'd been proud to call a friend. And also, he'd done me well, I was destitute. So, I had a fun... They called me Stitch Up.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so going back to anyway, because I just want to understand a little bit more.
Go on.
Do you think this is a religious war between Palestine and Israel?
Well, only in as much that all political blocs, religion is a powerful force, right? People join together, they sing their songs, they make their temples, right? It's a very powerful psychological motivator. Politicians want to know everything about pushing buttons, about motivators, only in that sense. You ever heard of positive Christianity?
So, yeah.
Positive Christianity.
Positive Christianity?
Yeah.
No.
Hitler's Bible. Hitler made a Bible. He called the movement Positive Christianity. Because he didn't want to be seen as pagan, he edited his own Bible. Jesus wasn't exactly so Jewish, and he became a strong folk hero.
Yeah.
And Positive Christianity.
Yeah.
All political blocs do it. They use what you might call spiritual power, or even if you're an atheist, the psychology of people joining together, singing those songs.
Yeah.
All politicians want to push those buttons.
Yeah. And do you believe, though, that Hamas essentially is the governing body of Palestine?
Yes, I know.
But do you support Palestine? Do you support Hamas?
Hold on, one question at a time, please. Question one. Yeah, now, it just so happens the law that I work for, despite being really right-wing, he fought to get Hamas recognised. He fought to open diplomatic channels between the UK and Hamas. He said, look, they are the elected government, we should be talking to them. And this is a guy who's really right-wing and pro-Israel. Go figure. Yes, they were the elected government. However, yes, they do have, resistance, what you might call terroristic groups. Guess who one of their main funders was?
IRGC.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Qatar. Yeah, I find it so hard to believe that. Why would Israel fund the terrorist regime that's bombing them?
Stop at the question mark. Because he wanted to destabilise the Arafat dream of a secular, safe, internationally recognised Palestinian state. You can look it up. But then
they did October 7th, and I mean, that would have been a...
that was 10, 15 years later, while Arafat was big, and they bombed Arafat's compact counterfuck because they didn't like him forming a secular, internationally recognised state. So rather than funding Arafat, they funded Hamas, like suitcases. You can look it up. It's hard to believe, but you can look it up. It's factual. And okay, question two, what was...
But he doesn't fund them now, though, does he? Because the Iranian government, the RGC, fund the Houthis, fund Hezbollah, Hamas.
Well, hold on, you're fast-forwarding a bit after the genocide. And yes, it is a genocide. ICC and Amnesty say it fits the 1948 definition perfectly. That was before the genocide.
Is that the mandate you're talking about?
No, the mandate was not. Oh, sorry. No, I'm referring to the 1948 UN definition of genocide.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, fine. The definition, yeah.
Yeah, it totally fits that. So you've either got to change the definition, or
But if it was genocide, how is this more population in Gaza than there was 2 months ago?
An argument used by original Holocaust deniers.
Yeah.
Not a good company to be in, because population statistics often lag reality, especially when civil order breaks down, and the crime is the intent of genocide. Now, as was proved a near century ago, it's quite hard to wipe out a whole ethnic group. It's quite hard logistically, even if you've got the massive resources of Nazi Germany. It's quite a hard thing to do. You would think that anyone of Jewish descent would know that. It is quite a hard thing to achieve, and population statistics were used by deniers of the original word genocide for the original Holocaust for the same reason. Like I say, the figures deny reality, and the crime is the intent. Even if they haven't wiped out the full 2 million, the 1948 definition of the crime is the intent, is organisation of the intent. And I can find you a dozen quotes from Israeli politicians way before 7/10 of clear genocidal intent.
Okay.
The one that's clear in my mind is Ayelet Shaked, right? She was on Facebook, she was saying we must kill the little snakes, we must kill the children, the little snakes, before they get big enough to destroy us, right? What her censure was 5,000 Facebook likes and a position of Netanyahu's justice minister.
Okay, and that does make sense. That does make sense. But my argument would be, is if it was a genocide and Israel have bombed up to what, is it 80% of the infrastructure in Gaza? Maybe even 85%.
Well, depending on what counts infrastructure, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so if they bombed that much and they didn't instruct people to go to safe zones and things like that.
They did instruct people to go to safe zones, then they bombed the safe zones, or they bombed
Well,
the
no,
actual
okay, so
roads
going back to my
zones.
argument would be, like, if that was the case, if 80% of the infrastructure's gone, you would expect at least, say, half of the population to be gone. It's actually not.
Not necessarily.
I think there's still 2 million in Gaza, no?
Well, again, population statistics lag reality, especially when civil order is broken. And again, this population statistics is quite dodgy because it's an argument used by original Holocaust designers. So it's not a very good company to be in. Sorry, the actual question was?
Is it a genocide if all the infrastructure's been broken down, but
Absolutely.
How many have died? Only what, 60,000?
Only.
I mean, 100,000 Iranians were killed in 2 days in Iran.
No, I'm sorry.
2 days?
No, I'm sorry. The maximum figure I've heard is 30,000.
I'm Iranian. I know people in Iran.
Well, okay.
I've actually got family in Iran.
Well, okay. All right. The sources, I heard various sources, and I was hearing a mere 30,000. Now, okay, I'm saying I'm putting mere in.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that one. But that's in 2 days.
Yeah.
If in Gaza, they've been fine for years, and
I'm
they've only had
afraid-
60,000.
look,
A mere
You've
60,000.
got to see the big picture. Look, those people, their only crime was to trust the lies of Donald Trump. Trump said, rise up, we have your back, right? Their only crime was to trust his lies.
No. When they first died, it was actually before he said that. That was the first, and then they came out again.
I know there's always been resistance. I don't know as much as I should about, but I know there's always been a resistance to the regime. And of course, going into the history, the only reason you've got such a hard, uptight version of, well, all right, it's your country, you can tell me, right? But my perspective is the only reason you've got such a hard, uptight flavour of Islam was because that the Shah was such an absolute murderer of shit. And it's extremely happens in politics. There's a nice natural pendulum between left and right. We have nice normal elections and stuff.
Yeah.
We've got a nice normal pendulum between left and right. Unfortunately, things such as, like repression and armed struggle and, let's say, the slaughter of your people by the government seems to jam that particular one or the other. That's what I kind of blame for the ultra hardlining Ayatollahs and stuff.
I think so, but I don't want to compare the Shah of Iran with the current regime, like Ali Khamenei, who died, thank God.
Well, it's not in living memory. I mean, some people would say their death tolls are kind of equivalent.
Thing is, though, he did enslave people, the Shah of Iran, but they were bad people. The people that are dying in Iran that are getting enslaved now, hung and raped, they're actually good people. Not debatable, they are good people.
I'm disagreeing with the first clause, not the second. The people who the Shah slaughtered are bad people. They were mostly people just,
They're the people, Iranian people don't want in there now, Islam. Islam. He was butchering Islam.
Hold on. I've had this discussion numerous times online, right? The problem is 1% of the human population of this earth practice some form of Islam. You're talking a genocide of 2,000 million people. That was something that would make the original Holocaust look like a little border skirmish. So I'm sorry, there are various flavours of Islam, and as you just pointed out about religion, there are various flavours of it. Various human communities have found different ways of expressing, I don't know, gratitude or blessing or whatever they want to call it, to some specific
of course. No, I totally understand. But for me, it's just, we're all standing on total opposite sides at the moment, but we all want one thing. We want people to be humane, not hurt each other and things like that.
I hope that's what you
Problem is...
I mean, and earlier I heard you say, what's wrong with old Trump? It's like saying, what's wrong with old Hitler?
Oh, no.
What's wrong with old Hitler?
I mean, I hear this argument everywhere. Hitler killed 100 million people. How many people's Trump killed?
Well, he's only an amateur. Let's see.
He's an amateur killing people.
Well, the crazy thing is, the Liberals that came before him were his warm-up acts, who were much more experienced. Biden, if you look up Biden's speeches...
Who's Biden? Biden?
Biden.
Oh, he was a useless old twat.
So, exactly. You look up the speeches earlier in his career, rabidly, unquestionably pro-Israel, right?
Yeah.
And of course now it's him that funded the genocide. Look,
Trump did?
Well, no, Biden before him. Biden supplied about the initial 25,000 tonnes of ordnance. I mean, I saw the pictures just immediately after 7/10. And I thought, gee whiz, that's a lot of bombs.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's the biggest collective punishment in the last in this century. I mean, 7/10 a war crime, but like I say, there's the casualties, a number of them, a massive publicity machine went into gear to maximise and distort the casualties, totally forgetting all the so-called friendly fire Hannibal doctrine and stuff.
Sorry, mate.
And
2 seconds. I've just got a friend over there. I'll be back 1 second. Come. What would you say the meaning of this protest is? What is it?
Stop ignorant people. Yeah.
Stop
ignorant people.
Stop ignorant people. And I assume you don't like people like Tommy Robinson and...
It's like actually putting something good in people's mind. Because they think bad is good, but at the same time, why are you supporting the bad people?
Yeah. I mean, what makes people bad? Like, who are you saying is bad?
Like taking away people's rights.
Yeah,
Fine.
especially reform.
Yeah.
Reform?
Yeah.
Oh, and like putting up borders and things. Do you accept immigration?
Yeah.
Do you think it adds value to our country?
100%.
Actually, yeah. Unless it's like these people that just go for like British benefits and everything.
Ava.
No, but like, these people that don't work and don't do anything.
Yeah, obviously they're not sort of contributing. They're not contributing.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, cool. And would you say that, the UK, is it losing its identity or is it gaining a new identity?
I think it's gaining a new identity. With more people coming in, I feel like it's showing like, we accept people. We're trying to help people and we're trying to like show people what we actually are. However, if it's the people who are like just trying to take away people's rights or whatever, I just think it's ruining the whole. Yeah, we need more freedom here.
Okay, cool. And I mean, in terms of the whole Palestine thing, like, do you guys know much about the Palestine?
Yeah, I'm Arab.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Iranian, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, what would you say the way to fix what's happening, like with Israel? Like, would you say Israel is a terroristic state? You do.
Genocide.
Yeah.
100%.
You think so? Okay. Just my argument on that would be, if it was a genocide and Israel had bombed 80% of the infrastructure, would you not think 80% of the people would be dead? Like, because what they did is they apparently put safe zones in areas. People say genocide and, the mass slaughtering of people. In Iran, the government itself killed 100,000 people in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I know obviously, not right, that goes on Israel and in Gaza, but that's been the span of a couple of years. But, what would you say is the best way to fix what's happening right now? If you were Prime Minister for the day in England, what would you do?
I feel like just speak out about it. Like, don't close your mouth just because you're scared of people coming here and destroying what you have. You built yourself up from the bottom to the ground. You're supposed to help other people who would have helped you if there was anything going on here as well.
Yeah.
Like,
That's fair. That's fair. Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
I hope you guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.